Captain's log number 6. I think when you start a new project, at least for me, it becomes important to like import all that you can to like inform the project. It's like I just want to dump in everything I can to just a pretty obsessive, behavior, I think, for me. So as soon as I decided I wanted to make a album about a sailor, well, then it's like, well, I need to get into the mind of the sailor. So there's 2 books I read. One of them was A World of My Own by Robin Knox Johnston, and I can't think of the other one. I think the guy's name was Bernard Mortissier. He was a French guy, but these 2 guys were like the first and second place winners of the first circumnavigation of the globe. So the guys that had a vessel and it was solo manned. It was just them in the boat, and it was a race to see who could go around the world. And these were the 2 guys that was like first place and second place. And the book is all about like their journey, their voyage. It's pretty boring if you're not interested in like sailing rhetoric, or I was more interested in the psychology of it. One thing I noticed was like there's this whole thing of like staying busy. Like when you're alone at sea, when you're alone with yourself, nothing else to do. It's like you gotta figure out projects. Like you gotta, today I'm gonna fix the rudder. Today I'm gonna repair this thing. Today I'm going to paint this thing. Today I'm going, or else you go crazy. Like that's seems to be the main concern of being out for months and months and months alone, is like you're gonna go crazy. I guess there's something to be said about that isolation. I'll get into that later in these, as far as the element of going crazy or losing your mind, or I certainly have had my battles with mental health, and I certainly know what it's like to be in isolation a lot. I think as creatives we can spend hours and hours and hours alone, and the time just flies by. Like you look up and literally you just spent, in a room alone by yourself making something for like the whole day, and you didn't eat, and you didn't come up for air, and there's probably may not be windows in the room, like you're just, in a isolated space. And I just found that pretty fascinating. But the idea of like having something to focus on is really important, I think, for creative people. I know the lowest times of my life are when I don't have anything to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what my purpose is, or at least the materializing of my life hasn't manifested in such a way that like seems to line up with like some way that I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I get bored. I don't wake up, don't know what I'm supposed to do today. And so therefore I get depressed, I get down, I get, and then I end up, it's like, well, got nothing to do, might as well drink. Or might as well like smoke some weed or whatever, those have been my vices. But like, I don't know what to say about all that other than just like, I think there's something to be said about having something to put your hand to, having something to put your mind to, especially as an artist. It's like knowing, what am I working on right now and why? I'm very motivated by meaning. Things I create have to have like meaning behind it, or else I don't care. It's really easy for me to be like, I don't care about that. So that's that.